Midterm elections in the US are just around the corner. And I know what you're thinking. Am I too old for Halloween? Focus! Sure, midterms aren't the spiciest, but they're important. From the minimum wage to legal marijuana to control of a little group called the Senate, these are 4 reasons you should vote. Every seat in the House and 36 in the Senate are up for grabs. If Republicans boot Democrats from 6 of their Senate seats and keep control of the House, they'll have full reign over Congress. And if the last 4 years are any indication,
the federal government has officially shut down.
800,000 government employees have been sidelined.
The least productive Congress in modern history.
There is some good news. At least they're not calling each other names anymore.
We're looking at a lot of GOP-concocted legislation and presidential vetoes. But a Republican Congress could still lead to greenlighting the Keystone XL pipeline, which Obama probably wouldn't block, and the Affordable Care Act getting chipped away at, since the House has already tried to alter, undermine, or repeal it 54 times in the last 4 years. The Supreme Court. 9 justices who can decide things like corporations have First Amendment rights and George W. Bush gets to be president. Pretty important. Well, some of the justices are getting on in years, including 2 who are considered liberal. And if one of them retires, there'd be an open spot. The president gets to nominate justices, but the Senate has to approve the choice. So yeah, while Americans can't directly vote for justices, the Senate could be your only real shot at having a say. Forget the country. What about where you live, your state, your city, or even your block? Voters in 4 states will decide whether to raise the minimum wage. Oregon, Alaska, and DC will decide whether to legalize recreational marijuana. Other states are weighing in on gun control, prison reform, and reproductive rights. And cities will vote on everything from getting real grass in sports fields to banning fracking. If you don't care about local elections, guess who does? The Koch brothers. The billionaire duo is pushing to get rid of collective bargaining through their local version of ALEC. That's the group that came up with Stand Your Ground, voter ID laws, and other conservative gems. Sure, US democracy is a far cry from perfect, but if you vote, you can even more justifiably whine later. And there are special interests out there banking on people not voting, specifically young folks and people of color. That's because 70% of voters in the last midterms were white and over 30. The turnout was low for whites under 30 and even lower for young blacks and Latinos. Read, if you're under 30, nobody expects you to vote. So do it just to prove them wrong and prove the world wrong. US voter turnout is a bit of an international laughingstock. Only 38% of the voting age population showed up at the last midterms. That means the US lags behind France, Kazakhstan, and Palau, among others. Palau? Americans, you can do better. So those are 4 reasons why you should vote in the midterms. Are you going to take the plunge? Let us know. Want more? Download the AJ Plus mobile app and join the conversation. Available in your app store now.